This is the Nissan e-NV200, the new one with 40 kWh battery pack. And I'm going to test now. We are in Tenerife, and it's very summer here. This is wow, it's February, but the weather here is just like Norwegian summer. So let's test this. Okay, so now I'm gonna reset. I've been driving a little bit, so let's reset. Yeah, instrument cluster. See, can we do this? I think it will be reset once. Okay, 19, but that wasn't. I mean, it was a bit high, but the road here had some elevation and some headwind. Okay, 80%. So we start at 80%. That's good. It's not too cold, not too hot. That's good. But this one has active battery heat, cooling. Average speed. Yeah, that one is also a bit weird. Okay, tire pressure. All right, driving distance. Let's reset this. Let's see now how. I think what most people want to know is the range, but you know, we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have time to just run it down to zero, and they're not like lots of fast chargers here like in Norway. So we just have to do an estimation. Maybe let's drive a little bit and then see how much range, I mean how much energy we consume and all that, you know, consumption, and we can estimate how much. But I'm guessing, you know, around 150 to 200 kilometers, or yeah. So let's just go for it. Right. So it has the D setting and the B setting, and you know, you'll notice that this car is more or less just, I mean, I try to find a difference between this and the old one. The old one had 24 kWh pack, and the new one here has let me adjust this a little bit. Oh, I'm doing this alone, but yeah, so that's I don't have like an assistant to do that for me. Well, that's fine. Wait a minute, where do I go? I'll go this way. Yeah. So you know, I try to look everywhere in this car, and everything is the same as the old one. Like the steering wheel, the buttons, seat heater, the navigation, infotainment screen. Everything here is like the old one, unless I missed some detail, of course. But so I mean, that's what you can expect, you know, if you buy this car compared to the old one. There's, as far as I know, nothing new, except that it has a way bigger battery pack. The old one had 24 kWh. Nissan, they totally skipped the 30 pack for this car for some reason. So but the 24 kWh pack had around 21 kWh available energy, and this one is the 40 pack. And the 40 pack, well, the way Nissan does it, they will probably, you know, they just they give you the gross capacity, and then, oh, well, sorry for that, the sun, ooh, you know what, oh, not the best conditions. Hang on, I have to adjust a little bit here, doing this on the run right now while driving. Okay, there. So anyway, what matters is it's the net capacity, because this one is 40, but I believe it should be around maybe 36, you know, available energy, and that means almost double, let's say 80% more. Yeah, so that is huge. Yeah, and also I talk about many times is that, you know, the heat loss with when you discharge the battery, you know, there will be some heat loss, and with a bigger pack you get less heat loss. So it's getting a little bit technical there, but on the other hand, we don't have too much to talk about with this car, because it's, I mean, it's more or less like the old one. But okay, whoa, consumption is very high now, so we are gaining some elevation. We are on this like mountain road thingy here, so let me see. Okay, I want to yeah, I want to let the traffic behind me pass, but yeah, let's do a little flip mode. So it's we are gaining elevation. I feel like I'm driving a bit slow, but on the other hand, it's kind of twisty. But you know what? Okay, we are eco mode. Ooh, let's switch off eco mode. The throttle response will change, and it will be more like sharper. Yeah, I can feel now. It feels more powerful compared to eco mode. But you know, on the other hand, they kept the same 107 horsepower output, so they haven't increased the power output, unlike the Nissan Leaf. The Leaf the new Leaf has now has active cooling, probably liquid cool inverter, and that means they can output more power compared to the old Leaf. So the new Leaf gets 150 horsepower, but this one is still 107 horsepower. But let me see, let me try to hammer it. Ooh, but you know what? It still feels nimble. I mean, it's a van. Keep in mind it's a van. Let's say if you try to like that van, I don't know what kind of van that was, but that one would be feel kind of slow. And of course, it's it's a twisty road we're driving at, but it's Ooh, I was looking for a place to stop, but you know, let's do this run first, just to get an impression of the car. And it's well, okay, it's not a sports car; it's a van. So you have to expect, you know, there is some body roll, and also the suspension seems to be like tuned for max capacity. So this car can take how much was it again? 600. No. Remember the weight? Was it 600 something?
650 something.
Yeah. Okay. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it can take some load, and the suspension might have been tuned for the maximum load. So that means that when you're driving, especially on the motorway, and there's some bumps, then the car will bounce a little bit. So yeah, you probably get used to it. But if you're used to cars with, you know, air suspension or like more what do you call it, longer wheelbase, then you know you will have more comfort. But yeah, keep in mind that, you know, this car is very cheap. I mean, compared to the other cars, you get a lot of bang for the bucks. This is the Nissan e-NV200 Evalia, which is the 7-seater, and I look at it. I'm going to show you later now. I mean, space-wise, it's like a Model X. Of course, not comfort-wise, not performance-wise, but in terms of space, yes. And in terms of range, well, it's pretty good, yeah, pretty good. But let's see. One thing I do like, I keep like hearing this sound all the time. It's a sound of the motor. I think it's a motor, or maybe the inverter, but it sounds like the motor, which is a little bit strange, because when I used the e-NV200 in Norway, I didn't hear this one. But it could also be because in Norway the tarmac is so rough, and there was also winter, and you know there could be lots of other noises that kind of like cover over the noise, but you hear the motor all the time. But I guess it's not too big of a deal, because it's still way less than, you know, listening to diesel sound or whatever. It's still pretty quiet. Oh, it was 50 here. Ooh, I thought it was higher. I've been speeding all the time. Oh no, the Spanish police is gonna get me now. But yeah, wow, okay, it's pretty okay. We'll have to pay attention here. Where are we going? Well, I guess if we get lost, we can always just go back on track again. Well, of course, I think this speedometer here also shows you slightly less. And the range, well, you see, this is not very, you see very high consumption, because we have gained lots of elevation. So we have to go downhill again before we get some better readings. But let's see. Okay, maybe we should try. Oh, what is this? Wow, this landscape is so, I don't know, different than Norway. We have like cactus and stuff here, palm trees. Okay. Let's find a place. We're supposed to turn left here. Oh, okay. Oh, region. Now the region is not the strongest. It is in this B setting. When you have it in D, it's also fairly low region. So I believe in B, it will region more. but I have to test closer to see if the region, I mean, if just like the e-Golf, when you press the brakes, it will activate stronger region, but it doesn't do it by default. So it doesn't have like, you know, that one pedal driving. So well, I mean, sorry to say, the new e-NV200 does not get the E pedal that the new Nissan gets. So it's more or less just like the old one. I don't know. I have to pay attention. Am I going the right way now? Map. Okay, yes, I have to turn left in 150 meters. Feels like we are in Mexico or something. Well, I haven't been in Mexico before, but yeah, I noticed when we were driving on the highway that on the motorway rather, that we had some significant wind noise. So I would say this car is good as long as the speed is like around 100 kilometers per hour, 100, 110 maybe. When you go faster than that, then it suffers lots of wind noise. But on the other hand, you don't want to go too fast with this car anyway, because it will kill the range. So wow, this place is okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna stop. We're gonna find a place to stop and check out the space in the back here. But right now we just have to keep going. I have to find a place. Very twisty roads around here. It could be interesting to drive around with the Nissan Leaf, because the Nissan Leaf is way sportier, and they also stiffen the suspension. But that would be in a different video later. Okay. But I mean, think about it. You get this car for way less than e-Golf and i3, and you have lots of space. And well, before, you know, it wasn't really an option for many people because, oh, let's stop here, because the range was so low. But now with the 40 pack, you actually get range like equal or maybe better than some of the other cars. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. I have to test it properly when I'm back in Norway. But suddenly you have a very good option for a big family car. Okay, not the best comfort, not the best performance, but still, you know, very good. Let me see. Yeah, I have a dude with me here, but let's switch to that one again. Let me park. But I mean, this is my first impression of this car, so I will make more videos. But okay, let me park there. But you know, you get so much space and okay range, and you get DC fast charging. You get the Nissan app and everything. So it's really a good option for people who need a big car and they just don't want to pay too much for an EV. Yeah, but I think that's it for now. I'm gonna make some more clips of the interior and things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. So more to come.